already put up a video explaining the second best place to do it before you beat the game, but enough about that. What I'm actually here now to discuss, I'm at the last part. A lot of people think I say late because I've been enjoying the game my own pace. Right now, synthesis, my game record is the one with the 3 shot blocks. I got every keyblade. That includes the one from Ratatouille, the classic Crimson, the Starlight. So yeah, I have every keyblade. I've done every shot block. I'm in the part of the world I can't play any games right now. Anyway. So yeah, I've been taking my time with the game. The 3 best worlds: Toy Story, Pirates of the Caribbean, San Francisco. Period. So I want to start off with that just by talking about level design. So you start out in the middle, and it's thematic because Hercules' world has been in every game except for I want to say. No, I think it's been in every game except for when you want to count like Key and Beast songs. Matter of fact, yeah, it's in there. You know, I haven't played those. I watched all the Hercules cutscenes on that. So yeah, Hercules is having Olympus, the whole Olympus. It was fitting because you know, birth by sleep, you get thieves and the Colosseum. But that, you know, that's back in the day. Yeah, okay. Kingdom Hearts 1. You know, you get Hercules in the Colosseum, and it's more of just like a little mini game battle arena. But you know, you get the little story between Herc and Hades, and you know, Cloud come through, and in Kingdom Hearts 2, you get to go through the underworld and whatnot, and then. Oh yeah, so it's not Dream Code. That's the game that it's not in. You know, Recoded, you run back through it. I believe it's in Days. Yeah, you go to it in Days. I'm pretty sure. If not, then my bad. But yeah, it's in most Kingdom Hearts games except for Dream Drop. So that's fine. That's good. Oh, that's a good way to start the game. You know, that's how I was hinted at in 0.2. Fine. Now the level design for Hercules' world. Okay, I get it. They want to show off the scope, what they learned with the engine, but the level was too big for no real reason. It's nice. It's pretty. You know, I like all the environments. You got the garden area. You got Olympus itself. I'm like, and that's great. All the gold. It looks nice, but that's just a big empty room. Just a couple of big empty rooms. You know, they had the smelting forge in there. That's nice. Hercules' world was so big for no reason. Now let's contrast that with the Pirates of the Caribbean. That world is big, but you know you're a pirate in the vast open sea. And that's probably the biggest world on the game. But it fits, it felt good. It took like just to fully play that world, you know, playing at like, I want to say 6, 8 hours first. It took like 2.5 days. And I didn't mind, it was fun to sail into each island. You feel like a real pirate. That was a great level. You know, it doesn't load, you can sail to each island. The only time it loads is fast travel. And then if you leave the port town, but everything else you can just go, and it's all connected. And even though it seems big, if you on the ship, it's not. But it's so vast. Each of those islands, they might seem small, but you know, it got coves in the back. All that's good stuff. That's great for level design and everything. It feels like a mini Spider-Man. You know, you're not swinging around, but the city, the lighting, the day and night, and you know, oh man, that's a great level. It's colorful, it's vibrant. I haven't even seen the movie, and I really need to see the movie. I think because I love the level and everything. So, yeah, San Francisco, another excellent level. It's not even that big, but it feels big. It feels big, and that's what counts there. And it feels like a real city. You get oh my goodness, that's excellent level design. The chests, how they methodically hide them, excellent level design. Pirates of the Caribbean has 56 treasures, and that's fitting for that world because
better get ready.
A pirate out at sea, a treasure chest it be. Oh yeah, that's a good one right there. Anyway, that's a great level design. You know, and my favorite level on here, Good old Toy Story. Oh my goodness. Andy's room to every meticulous detail. And the outside. Oh my goodness, that took me back to the first Toy Story. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Toy Story came out like 95, so I had to be like 6 years old. 5, 6. That movie. Oh, no, 95? Because yeah, my sister was like 7. Anyway, I digress. Point is, Toy Story is one of my favorite Pixar. If not my favorite. And going in Andy's room, I have been wanting to do that ever since Kingdom Hearts 2, really, because, you know, it's like, whoa, they got the, you know, so much stuff they have in Kingdom Hearts, but it's like, where's the Lion King and Toy Story? We got the Lion King in 2, but didn't get Toy Story, and they wanted to put it in that game. But I'm so glad they was able to do it on the Unreal Engine, because Toy Story, oh my goodness, that was great. Just going into Galaxy Toys, and it feels like a Toys R Us, if Toys R Us was modern and didn't go bankrupt. It felt like being in the toy store. Each floor, you know, Pacific Toys, or oh my goodness, it brought back that feeling of being a kid in a toy store. You know, because I'm 29 now. Cause I've been playing this since the inception in 2002. I was 11 years old. I got all the way to the Little Mermaid's world because my uncle brought this home for my cousin. He just had a stack of games. It was Kingdom Hearts 1, Dot Hack, 4 other games. Only 2 I was interested in was Dot Hack and of course Kingdom Hearts. Like, you know, Dot Hack, I'm like, cool. You know, it came with that little anime, but yeah, the mainstay was Kingdom Hearts, and he got that basically week 1. I ain't gonna say day 1, it probably was like day 3 because I was just out there and I'm like,
better get ready.
Man, I'd love to play that game that they've been showing on the commercial, the one with the Disney and Final Fantasy characters. And lo and behold, there it was. I was like, oh, this is it! Because you look at it, it's like, oh, screen! Ooh, bring it back feeling to the first game. But anyway, so I've been down with the series since then, and it's been through its highs and lows, but the point is, wanting that Toy Story world since then, and that level design is great, because you go through the whole Toy Story again, there's no loading unless you fast travel. The only load in there is from Andy's house to Toy Story, which is just one little room away. And, oh, it's brilliant, and I actually found every chest in that world without a guide, because it's my favorite world, so it took, like, forever. I was on 10 when I went to the world, like, I got the world on 20. So I went in there at, like, 10 hours of gameplay, got out 21 hours of gameplay. That's what the front of the gameplay is. I know you might be saying, why? It's just because I just thoroughly explored that level, got every single chest out of that world, and Hercules world with no guide. And they do a great job using level design and utilities to hide the chests. Like, Square, there's one thing, if you play Final Fantasy VII, specifically on PlayStation, it's this one area where the chest at. It's funny because my sister had played through it first. She figured it out on her own. And then she's like, yo, it's gonna be this part that's gonna trip you up. And I'm like, I ain't gonna get tripped up on nothing. And it's this one fucking chest, right? And all you gotta do if you haven't played it, oh man, all you would have to do is just walk to get the chest. But you hold down circle, because back on PlayStation 1, you know, you just hold down circle to run, and you do that the whole time. You never think to let go, and I actually just let go out of frustration. So I got that chest by chance. I just like, man, I'm just walking, just because on my other hand, I'm just hitting my bed, just like, why can't I get this chest? And then I'm like, oh, I didn't slide no more. That was just a well-crafted chess area in 7. It's very simple, but the point is, I like how they use the level design on here for chess. And so Toy Story was a great design world because it needed to be big, because that's like a 3-floor story thing, got the ballpark pen, everything. Great level, you know. And then, like I said, Pirates of San Francisco, those are great. I like Kingdom of Corona's level design, you know. You go through the whole, like, practically that whole movie. I've never seen Tangle, but I think you get all the highlights, her mood swings and everything. So I don't think I have to see it. And then you explore the whole area. And it's great for the game because it opens up the recipes a lot. So, yeah, Kingdom of Corona wasn't bad. But then the worst level in the game? Monster. So it's a linear path, and that's fun. I'm not against linear paths when it's like fun. But I just feel like they threw it in here out of fan request. That's my opinion. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But that's the worst. They could have done better. Like, that was the premiere thing, you know, that's the one that Lenore thought everybody would be hyped about, but I'm like, you don't go to Arendelle, unlike you actually go to the Kingdom of Corona. You don't even get to go inside the ice castle. I'm like, that was a huge mess-up right there. And the level, it was just a long slog, really, and that's how I felt with Monsters Inc. Just a long slog to get through those worlds. It's just... ugh, that long slog. Hercules, long slog. Arendelle, long slog. Monsters Inc., long slog.
I better get ready.
And it's like, ugh. It just broke the pacing of the game. And I like how Winnie the Pooh's world is just a simple 3 mini games now. Cause it was charming in the first game, don't get me wrong. Just getting each page of the book, doing little activities. That was charming. The second game, still charming, you know. Like, cause you get the little pages at certain times, and then when you get them, if you immediately go back and complete that, you'll get like, you know, boosted. But, you know, here it's quite good. It was just relegated down to a few mini games. Yeah, you know, you get some recipes. So, nothing wrong with it. You know, you can just play them in the game once, get the list score. They're not too long. They could have been shorter, because they really don't matter like that. But, you know, they wanted to spend some time okay. Twilight Town, seeing it reimagined from PS2 to PS4, amazing. So, and it's a small level. You can't go into the mansion now. It's still a great little design. I like the bistro, and it was great how they implemented that. That's basically, that's his level without being his level, if you catch what I'm saying. And the cooking mini games was excellently implemented, in my opinion. They're fun, they're simple. You know, forget the egg cracking. I hate that one, and I hate the little pot stirring. But they're fun to master. The cutting one is the easiest one, so, yeah.
I'd better get ready.
But yeah, just doing all of them, you get that Ratatouille Keyblade, and the little Fruit Ninja shot lock is cold. Another great aspect about Kingdom Hearts I want to talk about is how it's got so many games in one. So in Kingdom of Corona, the flan minigame is literally Pokemon style. It's not as in-depth, but it's in-depth enough. So if you want to score good on that minigame, if you've ever played Pokemon Snap, just look around for special flans. It's a flan family, a flan that turns into an actual dessert. It's a little tiny flan. That was literally Pokemon Snap. That's nicely implemented. I'm not mad at it at all. So that was great. I said, wow, they got me playing Pokemon. You know, so, and another good and bad minigame at the same time was the one in the Toy Story world. I do like how they implemented that cutscene when you first go there. I'm not going to spoil it. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but basically, yeah, when you get there, it's a appetizer. Yeah. So for anybody who hasn't played it, that's a spoiler there. But by this point, I'm pretty sure everybody got it. And it's amazing. When you first get there, that's why that whole level is good. It just shows you this cold advertisement, which is... And I give Square props for reusing that. So when Nomura was working on 15, he wanted to do all that shit that you see in that little cutscene. He wanted the game to go that route. So he went crazy and wanted to turn it to a musical. But I personally think that was just his excuse to get off the game so he can finish working on this. That's what I think. There's no evidence to corroborate this. It's just a personal opinion and whatnot. So, yeah. Um, what else? What else can I say? Anyway,
I'd better get ready.
Week 15. So he put all of that in there. And yeah, pretty good, you know. And so anyway, but when you actually play the game, it's just a mini game. It's like playing an old school shoot 'em up, beat 'em up type game. It's not bad. And you know, the trophy to get you 12 million points. You have to really play for like old school games, like combos, don't get hit or blow it. It reminds me of playing like an old school game when you had habits to use and stages and things. It's really good. It's still a mini game. There's a lot of thought went into it because if you want to get that 12 million for the trophy, you have to do stuff, and it'll tell you all the bonuses you can get. Don't get hit, get this bonus. Kill in this amount of time, get that bonus.
Here we go.
And it's like, okay, that's a good mini game. The frozen ice slide mini game is basic. There's nothing wrong with it. And the matter of fact, the Flandel game in the Hercules world is that same game, but more clunky. You know, and the Flandel 7 mini games as a whole is actually pretty good. Like, the bouncing one in San Francisco, that took me a moment. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this. It's the easiest one, but the hardest one. I ain't gonna say the hardest, but it got a perfect level of challenge because some people who got better depth perception than me, they can bounce on all of them no problem. But once I got that down, you just bounce, and if you know the bounce pattern, you can bounce between the easier ones until you get to 20,000. The one in the Monsters Inc. world, that one's cool, and the trick to that one, use the Ever After Keyblade and just spam triangle. That's the trick to that one. And until you get the ultimate weapon, well, actually you have to keep that game. So yeah, just use Forever After. That's the way to do that one. The most creative one was the one that came to Corona, because that's the Pokemon Snap. Pirates of the Caribbean, that one was easy. All you have to do is just fight a bunch of plans. No, it was the plan shot, the little cannon shot on Port Royale. That one was cool. That one was nice. Once you get the hang of just how to run around and hit the... Like, the Flanders 7 mini games was all thought out. The only one that was clunky was the one in Hercules World, and once you get around the clunky, yeah, the challenge in that is just good. And so another thing I want to talk about, Keyblade. Now, the ultimate weapon on here, oh my goodness, and this is what I'm playing with this video. It looks cool. I like the color scheme. Like, the first ultimate weapon in the very first game will always be my favorite, but oh my goodness, it's trying to die for that spot, because effects-wise, it's killing. It's killing the original. But the original was made on PS2 tech. But oh my goodness, and I love another detail of the game. Whatever Keyblade you have equipped is one they are showing cutscenes. And so, spoiler now, this is a real spoiler. If you don't want to hear it, I'd say
I'd better get ready
to 1910. 1930. Anyway, so quick little spoiler. You know, the last part of the game, you get the little cutscene, the one that you see in the final trailer. You know what? I'm gonna stop again. So this is gonna be a spoiler. Skip to the 21-minute mark if you don't want to hear it. So anyway, in that final battle trailer before the game came out, where Sorrel on the ground and everything, and you know Riku say, "I know you don't believe that." So you get in that scene. Whatever Keyblade you got out, it'll be in that cutscene, right? Cool. But since it's a whole time travel thing, and then if you can actually get the ultimate weapon, and then that whole cutscene plays again, and then you can see it in the cutscene. I love that. I actually like that the cutscene plays again for that whole part. That was great. Okay, so I did tell people to skip to the 21 minute mark. what else can I say about this? Now, to speak on it really quick, because I'll get more in depth after I beat it. It's like, okay, you get to that scene, they don't even explain how you time travel back. You've been enveloped in darkness, and then you just back. It's like, okay, how do I get back? How does time rewind? Like, how? They don't explain that. And they might explain it before I beat it, but I'm just putting some filler time here because I said spoiler, skip to 20 minutes. And so I got another 40, no, not even 40, 20 seconds to that point. So yeah, so it might change before I beat it, but as of right now, I'm like, Kingdom Hearts is being Kingdom Hearts. And there's a lot of bullshit Kingdom Hearts moments, but we are approaching that 21-minute mark. And
I better get ready.
Alrighty, so you skipped over my little spoiler part. So, but anyway, I was just basically saying how, like, whatever Keyblade you got equipped, it'll come up in cutscenes. And so that's where Keyblade design comes in. The Keyblades, they fit the worlds they're from, but boy do they clash with the game as a whole. The only one that don't is good old Kingdom Key and Ultimate Weapon. But if you, like, I have favorite deputy out in every cutscene because since it got Lucky Lucky on it, and I had the Lucky Lucky ring, that's the one I was always using. When you come to the final world and you have that wacky ass Keyblade out, it's just a clash. A Keyblade that'll match is the Arendelle one that looked like something that could match. My favorite Keyblade that's not the ultimate weapon, actually my top 3 on here. 4 going to Kingdom Key, but it's a variant of Kingdom Key. And actually, if you got that Starlight Keyblade just by playing the phone game, you was already set, because that Keyblade fucking broke. Yeah, considering that you can get it in the beginning of the game. If you just play the Ruby Cross, because if not, you get that at the end of the game. It's right with the ultimate weapon. Matter of fact, you can get the ultimate weapon before if you've done everything up to the point. But yeah, I love that blade. I like the ultimate weapon, and my favorite just Disney World Keyblade. Oh my goodness, the Jack's Keyblade from Pirates of the Caribbean, that water wheel. That motherfucking Keyblade is on point because it give you the spear mode. Oh my goodness, that Keyblade that's the best one out of the Disney World. Second, I like the Starlight Keyblade. I like its combo scheme. I like the finishers in the Ever After Keyblade. But oh man, but as far as this Keyblade design goes, the best ones would be the Starlight, Ultimate, Kingdom Key. And those can go in any cutscene. But like I say, having favorite deputy out when you first get to the final battle, you staring down. That's a mini spoiler. But you staring down dude when you first get here. The 13th. I'll say that. And you got that deputy played out. It's like, nah. But anyway, the Keyblades overall, I don't want to say they're the worst, but like Kingdom Hearts 3 outside of my main, the ultimate weapon, Starlight, actually those are just aesthetic wise, and the Kingdom Key has never looked better. But aesthetic wise, the Keyblades aren't bad, but when I do my whole Keyblade ranking, like the game with the best Keyblade Kingdom Hearts 1 and Dream Drop. And then there's a few cold Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 2. Orange, I hate the ultimate weapon in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's still cool, but I just hate it. The orange Keyblade is cold. 2 Become 1 is cold. Good old Oathkeeper and Oblivion, that's for the first game. And then you got all the other Keyblades. Kingdom Hearts 1 is Dream Drop. Each Keyblade is good. The Disney World one and the bonus one. So, because Dream Drop, the Keyblades on there, Unbound, End of Pain, which I haven't beat this yet, but I find it funny that Sora can wield the End of Pain as well, because that's clearly a demonic keyblade. You know, Riku wielding it, he wields the darkness and the light. But I guess Sora, it technically thematically can wield it because he's been to the dark side, being a Heartless, and then he goes full dark side in Dream Drop Distance at the end. You know, I guess that would be a Dream Drop spoiler, but I figure if you're watching Kingdom Hearts 3 content, you know about Dream Drop. So, anyway. See, I have a viewer. I'm just doing a level 99 grind here. And I'm just giving away the boss. You're welcome to watch. But anyway, back to what I was doing. So, yeah. Oh yeah, keyblade. And we're gonna end the thing. Bitch is one in Dream Drop. Keyblades or something. I like some of the designs for the day. There's a few of them that I like. So, but this awesome weapon, all the effects, when it turns into this colorful blade, it's like it takes elements from the Ultimate Weapon on 1 and 2 and combines them, and that's amazing in and of itself. But this whole color scheme, the red and black, and match your outfit, it's like, yes. But, anything else that I can deliberate on? I talked about the level design. Okay, well, it's another level design that I haven't talked about, so that would be the final world. That was Nomura's favorite world. So, since I haven't beat this yet, I don't know if there's more to it, but I doubt it. So it's just this abstract world. Basically, the final world is the world you start in when you boot up the game, basically. And it's like, I get it. It's an art piece. That's what it really is. So, and now it's another level that I'm sure is on here. I haven't got it. It might not be. No, I'm pretty sure it is. Scarlet and the Light. And that's probably... Yeah, I gotta hurry up and get to I can't wait to see that. But, you know, all in all, another thing that I've realized, you have to come to accept this. Normally, Kingdom Hearts as a series has been, you know, at least in the 3 major titles, 1, 2, Birth by Sleep. And Birth by Sleep, even though it only has 1, it still has a character. So, you know, it's supposed to be Disney and Kingdom Hearts 3, technically it's Final Fantasy, and I know Nomura's a troll for this, so the Moogles are in here, and then you take pictures of constellations that summons, and like, even in the Toy Story world, you build a giant cactus, so it's technically still Final Fantasy, but you don't run into no Final Fantasy characters. No Cloud, no Tifa, none of the people from, you know, previous games. It's like, come on now, what happened there? It's like, what happened? They were a pivotal part, and maybe they're in the end, because I haven't beat it yet, but I doubt it just on how this has been going. It's like, where's my Final Fantasy characters at? Yeah. So, I remember them saying Square wanted the game out in 2018, but, you know, it came out the end of January 2019, and maybe it was more content that couldn't get fit in. And the more say there might be one big DLC, but again, I got to see all of that after I beat it, because, you know, speculation is allowed. But, yeah, it's no Final Fantasy characters in here outside of the movie. And like I say, maybe it's at the very end of the game, they'll all make a little cameo, but how it's been going, it's like, yeah. And like, so it is funny, in Dream Drop there's no Final Fantasy characters, but you get the whole world when it ends with 2 cast, and I thought that was cool. That was really work. It's like, okay, it's still another Square property to bounce out the Disney stuff. And it was only, like, the world ends with you, so you meet them in Traverse Town, and you have to go back to Traverse Town the second time. so you get to play the story, and then they come in a little bit in the end game as well. So yeah, there's that. Well, before the end game, I should say. And so yeah, but so Dream Drop isn't like, it's not it's always story relevant, and it's actually fun stuff. Dream Drop is bigger, like you got the original PS2 Kingdom Hearts, which is around like 2 to 3 gig on that DVD for PS2, and then Dream Drop on 3DS is a 4.5 gig game. So it's bigger than Kingdom Hearts 2. That's just the thing. But regardless if spin-off or no, because spin-offs can be spin-offs, but they have story relevance. But the only true spin-off, and I stretch that word, would be Recoded. You don't have to play that. That was just made because it was originally a phone game, and then they brought it to DS. And if you have the HD remixes, the only relevance is that last 20 minutes, but that was only added to the HD remixes to try to make Recoded relevant. That's just a whole fun fact. But, you know, the Kingdom Hearts timeline would go, you know, Kingdom Hearts Key, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, Kingdom Hearts Back Key, Back Key, Union Cross, Birth by Sleep 1, Chain Memories, Days with Chain. You start with Chain, but then go into Days and finish off with Chain. That's the 3 timeline. Then you go to Kingdom Hearts 2, then Dream Drop Distance, then Kingdom Hearts 3. Coded, Recoded, doesn't have to be at all. So yeah, that's just a little. But anyway, so the point is, you know, fine, only the main line 1 and 2 have Final Fantasy characters. That's been the thing. Chain of Memories, they make a brief cameo for a second, because it's just a rerun of the first game with the added elements of another. But outside of that, you only get Zack and Birth by Sleep. If I'm not mistaken, but you get 1 in Birth by Sleep, and you get none in 3. You should have gotten the whole cast, you know, Yuffie, Leon, Ares, you know, Cloud, Tifa, you supposed to get all them back, you know. We supposed to get some of them, you know, maybe not all, but we supposed to get the Radiant Guardian Restoration. We supposed to get them back, for sure. I don't know what happened. I don't know the oversight, but yeah, we were supposed to see them. But, you know, no Final Fantasy.
Here we go!
Well, like I said, if you want to be technical, the Moogle is in the game.
There!
And you build the cacti in Toy Story World, and you take pictures in the constellations of, you know, other summons, and their gummy ship models of summons and stuff. But you don't get any mainline hero villain cameos, no Sephiroth, none of that. I don't know. That's one thing I'm disappointed about. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I like my Sephiroth fight. I was looking forward to that on here, and maybe that'll come in DLC. You know, so yeah. This is one hell of a way to grind a 99. Just talking about the series, because, you know, if you've seen my unboxing, I've like I said, I've been down since 2002. Only games that I didn't own, that I don't own physically, is Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep. I have a remaster, but I got Chain of Memories. Okay. I got 3 5 games. I got Recoded. Just, you know, if you don't have those now, you can track them down, but it costs you something, because, you know, in the remaster, they have cutscenes. And actually, I like Days gameplay. I like, well, let me not all the gameplay, because it's a mobile game in that you're supposed to play it in spurts. That's how it's designed, because it's very repetitive, but it has fun aspects. Like, it's the most challenging of the Keyblade combos. You actually have to think about how you gonna fight enemies on there. You know, Roxas ain't all powerful. And then I like the leveling system on there. So you got your regular level up, but most of your levels come from playing this, like, you make your own Tetris board, basically. You don't play it, but you have to put things on there, like, okay, how would this move, that move, and that's very fun. So you can watch gameplay of it on YouTube. Key screens, because you only got the original DS version, so it's choppy, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Because like they should have actually made that, shortened down the mission structure. But if you play Days, because I originally played Days, because I had it, but I didn't really play it until
I'd better get ready.
The remixes was out on PS3, and I'll play the game and watch a cutscene on the DS, then rewatch it there. That was the best way to experience it. And like I'll say this, for Days, you don't have to play it because they have every cutscene intact on the remaster. So on PS3, PS4, each cutscene, it's not like they skipped out of anything. But gameplay wise, like I said, the game itself, so you have to go on missions first. If you play it in spurts, but if you try to just play it, that's Rechain of Memories probably. Even the original. They were made because, you know, they're handheld games, and they had the mobile print. You play them in spurts. And if you do that, you get pissed. But, like, playing, like, say for instance, even when the original 1.5 was PS3, they just needed to add 1.5 because, you know, you got cinematics today, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 3 changes, so it's a lot of unnecessary expressions, like level 99. You don't have to get to level 99. There's no reason to do that. There's no secret bosses or anything. Even on my Game Boy Advance, when I got to like 75, I think I put Sora on 90, and that was overkill. But Riku, I was on 75 because playing with Riku was fun, and how your moves are set up with Riku is much better. But I digress a little bit, which is fine because I'm just really going over the whole series here while I grind the 99. And it's like, I think about, like, because Chain, if you, like, the original Chain of Memories is more challenging. You can still do the whole Sonic Blade thing, but since that was on a 2D plane, like, you weren't Sonic Blade, the final boss. That didn't work on the game. Like, you actually had to fight. You had to put some Ars Arcanums in, but you had to use you really had to fight him on the advanced version. The AI was better on there because it was a top-down view. You can still move in 4 directions, but that top-down view, you couldn't do a lot more. So with Sonic Blade, he'll break you at 0 and then combo. Since it's just that 3D plane, you was getting hit by the combo. So the game was more fun on advanced, but you can still abuse it once you understood the system. Like, when I very first played it, it didn't take me too long to adapt to the card system, because I played Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm like, oh, you can build a deck, and I say, you can actually order your deck on there. A lot of people didn't know that back in the day. Like, I had to tell my sister, like, you know you can order your combo. She was like, oh, thank goodness you. I'm like, yeah, because she'll just have them, like, if she wanted to do, like, Ars Arcanum, she'd have 1, 2, go find another 2 in the back of the deck, another 2 in the middle of the deck. I'm like, you know you can just put all that in order of combos. So, it was just stuff people didn't know back then. But, yeah, Kingdom Hearts, just a lovely game, really is. I love it, and I even like this little design, you know, Sora in the realm of darkness. Well, I guess technically she was washed up here and Jordan's dropped, but then she was saved by the princess. But, I love it.
Here we go.
I love how broken it is. I love the colorful look. It is worth it because you literally have to do everything you get it. That's how it's awesome weapons. I would have it no other. You know, I will say this. I like in Birth by Sleep, you can actually, on the remixes, get ultimate weapon early, but the ultimate weapon is the powerfulest weapon on Murkoch Fleet. But fun fact there, it's powerless once you get to the end of the game and whatnot. Until you can fight like No Name and No Heart and all of them. Cause I let Terra hold on to his little dark keyblade. I let Vin hold on to that other. I think the powerfulest one for him is the ice cream one, but I think I let him hold on to another one. And I let Aqua hold on.
I better get ready.
But anyway, you can get that ultimate weapon. Like I actually have my files on Birth by Sleep. I call them my new game files. So basically all I did was the Mirage Arena, because you can go there practically after the first scene with each character you select. So I got their ultimate weapon. They all on 40 before I've done the first world. Or if you have to do the first world right after that world, because I forget. So it was like, wow. And that's the only game where you can get the ultimate weapon early. And I love it. Because Kingdom Hearts 1, end of the game, because your last synthesis item is in the end of the world. This is original Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm like, yo, I got everything, and then the last piece is literally in the end of the world. And I'm like, so you can't get that till the end of the world. Kingdom Hearts 2, same thing. You ain't getting that till the last part of the game. You gotta get all the interactions first. One interaction plus it's like you can't even get final form. Which ultimate weapon with the form on here, it's final form. Another thing that I'm disappointed about, but not super, because how they implemented it. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 do with you can't do that on here, and I'm just gonna chop that up to but in turn, you can equip 3 keyblades. And each keyblade got their own. You know, it's a trade-off, but I prefer the drive system and have the 2 keyblades. But this ultimate weapon here is the closest thing. It's definitely better than Final Form, because as you can see, you can just obliterate shit quick, fast, and in a hurry. But yeah. In the grand scheme of things, it's like I would prefer dual wielding, because like when you first do that at the end of Roxas' scene on Kingdom Hearts 2, which I liked it, the opening of Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not one of those people who hated it. I found it charming because like I didn't play Chain of Memories right away. I played it like because I played Kingdom Hearts 2 before Chain of Memories, but I didn't play a lot of Kingdom Hearts 2. So when I did get to play Chain of Memories and that look, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So, but either I went to Kingdom Hearts 1 too, so that's basically what I'm about to say. And by doing that, it's like I didn't have a problem with the life. Like, this is nice. And then when I really actually got into his story. I would have liked to play with him longer, but you get to the mansion with action. You whip out that second keyblade with the first, and it felt so right. It felt so correct. It's that dual wield, and we've never been through it. Like, Lamore even said he wanted that team, but that team was for the more talented people. They had to put them on Square's #1 game franchise. It's this game called, I don't know if you've heard of this franchise, Final Fantasy, you know what I'm saying? And it's 15 plus of them, because apparently Final doesn't mean the last one. Apparently I don't know what words mean. If somebody don't know what words mean, but all seriousness though, that's Square's #1
better get ready.
Final Fantasy. So the Kingdom Hearts team, that team had some of their most talented people, so they got them on the Final Fantasy VII remake, which great, excellent. And Square's second most successful game is Enix's most successful game. So before Enix and Square merged, Enix has always done Dragon Quest, and that's Square's second most popular title. Number 3, it's this game. I don't know, this boy. swing the keyboard. I think this is switched in the background. But yeah, the third most popular game is Square Enix. So, you know, if it was first, we could have got our Kingdom Hearts 2 Kingdom make this. Oh my goodness. Because what they, like, I think the Kingdom Hearts as a watered down God of War, you know, the old God of War. And it got the flashiness of Devil May, but you just mash X and like God of War, you know, sure you had the other weapons in the old ones, but Blaze of Chaos and Master Circle was where they got the job. You know, Devil May, to do all this flashy shit I did just by mashing X. On Devil May, you can do that. Like Devil May 3 specifically, my favorite weapons is Agnes, Agni, and then I followed it up to Beowulf. You can do flashy stuff on there, but you actually have to do that. You have to press multiple buttons. It's like playing a fighting game. And it's so rewarding to pull those combos off. It's like, yeah, I did that. Kingdom Hearts, you know, there are some things you can do, especially with Kingdom Hearts 2. If you learn how to manipulate the combat, you can make it more fun, but, you know, a lot of people don't do that. Most people just come in and mash X. But anyway, Kingdom Hearts 2, had we got that team for 3, I feel like not super hard like that was, but more involved. But since we got the Osaka like flat, and that's fun, you know. But they like flash over stuff. So, you know, you go through obliterating everything. I would say this, the boss design throughout the game, if you're not a Kingdom Hearts veteran and you play this on Proud, you have a pretty good chance. But if you're a Kingdom Hearts veteran and you know how to just level up and you know how Master X works in those type of base games, it's easy for us veterans, you know, because I platinum every Kingdom Hearts. So I've 100%ed Kingdom Hearts multiple times. Like the first game on PS2, I played that religiously. And then, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2, I did everything on the PS2 version except for the gummy missions. So, and then when I got the remix on PS4, you know, 100%ed that platinum. Dream Drop, 100%ed twice. Chain of Memories. On Game Boy Advance, I'm missing like 2 items. So
I better get ready.
Dream Drop. I didn't beat it on Critical, but I did everything else. So yeah. What else? Birth by Sleep. That's the only. I got 200 hours in that game, so you know that gotta count for something. And that's just only for the remix, because you have to play with 3 characters. And yeah, Birth by Sleep didn't want me to get my play. I swear, Chain of Memories was another game, but it's this excellent YouTuber. I'll put the channel in. I have that video. Yeah, he made this excellent Chain of Memories guide. The Chain of Memories would have been the worst had it not been for him making that card system on how to get all the cards. Because, you know, your default way to get all the cards,
here we go.
You just gotta play, and you can get up to a 2.5% boost if you play in like Gloom and Darkness, Team and Darkness, stuff like that. But it'll still take forever. But my man, he found out a way to get every card by just rolling, going into a roll, and attacking, and warping them, and you get the card 100% of the time. That was and so that's why Chain of Memories isn't that bad. Had I not found that video, Chain of Memories would be the worst Kingdom Hearts to platinum had it not been for that. But since I found that, the worst for me personally was Birth by Sleep. Having to play with 3 motherfuckers to get that platinum. But the main thing for me, that was fine, because I liked the gameplay, divergence and everything. But the thing that held me up, and this is probably, there's some people who can do it easily. The whole little rhythm mini game with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I had, oh my goodness. You have to learn it, and then it's a 2-parter to learn it. So you learn every little fast thing, and you do all of that. That's when I just play slow. And I'm like, y'all wrong for that. Just like how they got these lucky emblems on here, and they wrong for that. It's like, y'all wrong for having these lucky emblems like that. You know, I had to get a guide for those, because half of them I could find, the other half I'm like, I never would have found.
Right there.
I didn't go wrong. But anyway, yeah, so It was like, y'all got crazy.
Take this!
But it was fun. Once I got the hang of it, the whole ice cream thing. But that took me the longest because I just practiced it. I let the time run because I say, look, I'm gonna get good at it, and I got so good because you gotta do it 3 times. You do it with Aqua, then you gotta do it with Terra, you gotta do it with Aventus. You know, and it's like, oh my goodness, and that's why I got that and doing No Name. My goodness.
I better get ready.
It's a cheap fight, but I get what they wanted to do. That fight, the No Name fight on Birth by Sleep, that's more of a playing tag. That's how I look at that fight. So that's why I don't hate it, because it's a tag match. Because you're not supposed to basic attack him because he'll cut you off. But it's a lot of secret things in that fight. Like, if you don't want Doom to be cast on you, you have to take off a lot of your little abilities. Stuff that you're not going to use against him anyway. Like, you know, Thunder Boost and all. Well, not stuff, certain boosters that you won't use. And things like Lucky. If you take all of that off and just keep the bare minimum run, you won't have Doom on you. But you won't know that off the top. You know, you have to look around because, like, Terra, I actually leveled him up to 99. He's the only character I put on 99. It's over! And that's simply to have the easiest time to possibly fight, man. Because Terra, he don't have invincibility range in his dialogue. Everybody knows. So I said, I need my max defense. I need to hit him hard. Because he'll still cast Doom on you even if you go in there with the bare necessity. It just won't be Doom, back to back to back. Because that's how he was killing me with fire. Especially with Terra. Because like, you get him down, then he's like, oh, I ain't kill you, I ain't managed to kill you because you died wrong. The wrong with Terra, you just slide around. Because eventually he go hit you. Just hope you got your cure ready. Hope he ain't knocked your cure out. That was how you did that on there. With Aqua and Venus, it's a better tag fight because you can keep rolling around.
There!
No worries in that. Just keep rolling. And then when you get an opening, hit them with Thunder Surge. Rolling, Thunder Surge. So I didn't have to put them on 99. So part of that 200 hours I got went to putting Terra on 99 because I say I can't beat the No Name with Terra. I say I need all the defense, and it makes a difference. It makes just enough difference. So if you one of them people who's never gotten a chance to beat him, train Terra up to 99. It just go in there with the bare necessities of abilities equipped. You'll beat him eventually. But anyway, you know that. First class. Anyway, this you can see the soccer effect setting in First Class. Flashy, over, around the contract. Because fun fact about Kingdom Hearts 1, it was experimental, you could tell, but I love the tech system on there. Like I have a new game file on the PS4 for 1, and I'm on Destiny Islands. I'm on level 25. Now, you know, people have gotten, there's this dude on YouTube, he got a video where he's gotten to 100. But yeah, if you can do it now, you might be sitting there, people who just play through it, like, you can't get no real experience on Destiny Islands. But you can get a lot of experience just by doing technical. And you know, and it teaches you that you can parry moves just by fighting and watching Selfie and even Riku. It teaches you about move parrying, move blocking, and move deflection. And that's why that Destiny Island is one of the best tutorials in games, because it's a tutorial, but it's not. It sets up the friendship between Sora, Riku, and Kairi, because you come in. Not like on medias res, but you come in, you know they've known each other for a while, and they just chilling on the beach, you know. And then, you know, they also know Waka, Selfie, and Titus, because, you know, got those Final Fantasy characters in there. And it's fine. But it's a great tutorial level because in that you get the little rivalry between Sora and Riku, the fight over the love interest. They set all of it up, but they all still friends, you know. They all had a little race on the beach. Even the little play fights, and all of that's in the tutorial. And you can stay there as long as you want. You can keep doing the race until you get enough enough little those wellspring stones, because that was another thing I was grinding. You get 99 of them, so by the time you get to Traverse Time, you can sell all them, have like 4Gs, get posters out the ass, you know, so. But it was a great little level because it gives you the vibe. And how, when you first play that, it's this sunny game, combat system, you know, and then you get to the end of it, of the story, it's like, oh. And it was just amazing, that whole setup. Kingdom Hearts 2 opening, like, and that's why I like Kingdom Hearts 2 opening. It was meant to be played. He didn't take serious, so he wanted it to be like that. And like I said, he's not the best story writer, but his character design is the best at character design. Like, his character designs are cold, these Keyblade designs, that's great. His storytelling, it leaves stuff to be desired, but this leads me into why people love Kingdom Hearts. It's literally playing an anime, like literally. It's more playing an anime than playing an anime game like Naruto, because the story is all over the place. People dying and coming back.
Better get ready.
Dragon Ball Z. People reawakening their powers. A little bit of Naruto, and since it's being written and changed on the fly, you get that exhilaration, even though it's not written the best as, cause like. The sad part is Kingdom Hearts 1 is a greatly written game, and Chain of Memories is greatly written. Then 2, like Tetsuya, in one interview he said he was done after 2, and he just threw that little secret cutscene in there just to be cool. And you can tell because 2 is where stuff started falling off the rails. Even in the game design of 2, it's like the Disney Worlds in 1, and even in 3 here, it's like you play a Disney World, it has a purpose. Like, one thing I will say good about Monsters Inc. is that was the perfect world to put the unversion. Negative emotion. That was perfect. The theme was I should have said that earlier. Anyway, that theme was the movie, having the unversion of Monsters Inc. world. Perfect thing. And then each time you beat a world on here, you get more disposition and how that world would have mattered. It's not as good as 1, because 1 it was like, that was our Marvel Infinity before it was Marvel Infinity, before all the crossovers. You know, and that's why Kingdom Hearts 1, they missed the best crossover they could have had for this. Star talking to the father. That would have been the greatest hit. They couldn't put, they wanted to put the Lion King together, but they would have the second tag for the look of running on all fours. Yeah, very bad.
Back at you.
But anyway, so in the first game, everybody was in the league with each other. Maleficent mattered because she was the ringleader, but you know. Jafar was hollering at Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie and Ursula talking, you know, hook everybody. And when one fall off, they're like, oh, that weak fool fell off? Sucks to be him, you know. And so that, and then the overall story, and you get to the end, you find out Ansem pulling the strings. And that was good written. Chain of Memories was the first deep Kingdom Hearts you played. And that's why Larxene is like my favorite female character. She was best written. She's like the perfect tsundere. Cause like her over the topness is in that game. She wanted to be the evil antagonist. Like you can hate to love Larxene, or you can love to hate her. It's one of the two. I digress from that. Like Chain of Memories, it still had a focus, you know. Gameplay wise, going through the same damn Kingdom Hearts worlds with the little linear level design of each room being a carbon copy, just different. But the story wise, that was cool. Kingdom Hearts 2 takes things off the rails. Dream Drop wanted to reduce time travel, but Dream Drop pacing was good. I'll say that. Kingdom Hearts 2 pacing, since we go to the Disney World twice. First half, we basically play the movie. Second half, we play the rest of the movie. And you only see 2 antagonists in Kingdom Hearts 2 as soon as you get to the fight. That was you know, you see him in Val. There we go. You see him in Beast World. You see Luxor in Pirates of the Caribbean. The other one, you don't interact with the organization outside of the first scene with Raven. You go to other Disney Worlds. And like as much as I love the Lion King on there, it's so inconsequential. Nothing Kingdom Hearts related happens to going to that world. You know, you just go there for simple sake. And yeah, even the second season, yeah, I'm just here for simple sake. Which similar to Hope, but it's like Kingdom Hearts 2, they got the budget for it because Kingdom Hearts 1 was wildly successful and storytelling went out the window. But that combat though is what saved Kingdom Hearts 2. Cause like I say, people who know, you can delve into that system and get stuff out of it. You want a challenge, 0 XP critical mode. Turn on this, turn off that. But the combat is so smooth in there. Especially the dude wielding the keyblades. Now the combat is smooth enough here with the right keyblades. Like, you know, it's not as smooth as Kingdom Hearts 2, but the floaty factor, why it's here is not as big a deal people made it out. And then especially being able to play this in 60 frames only on PS4 Pro. I feel like Square did that to troll in a way. Because, well, it's actually not Square's fault because on the Xbox One X, I don't know if you can reduce it down to 1080p. If you can, you should be able to play it on 60 frames on Xbox One X. But on PlayStation, you can actually go into your PlayStation options, and even though you got a 4K TV and PS4 Pro, you can turn your stuff down to 720p. I've never done that, but right now I'm 1080p, and this is 60 frames per second, and you'll feel the difference. And for people who don't know the difference between 60 frames, the best way that you can tell is if you have a PlayStation 4, get Last of Us. You don't need a PS4 Pro. It's a regular PlayStation. Get Last of Us, it's like $6. Play the game in 60 frames for 5 minutes. Put it in 30 frames. And that's how every game is in 30 frames compared to 60. So, just throw that out. 60 is always good. The Kingdom Hearts now, you have to put this in 1080p on the Pro. If you have HD TV, you have to turn off Super Sampling. But if you have 4K TV, you can't turn on Super Sampling anyway, so it'll be off-site. So in my case, all I had to do was go to screen set up and 1080p. I like to restart the system again with Launch Kingdom Hearts 3 with buttery smooth 60 frames a second. Because, you know, you don't get 4K. Even on the Xbox One X, you don't get 4K because Square, they didn't have enough time to try to optimize the resolution. So on Xbox One, you get 1440p. On PS4 Pro, you get 1293p. So, yeah. So by going to 1080, you lose in what, 100 pixels, if that, probably a little over 100.
I better get ready.
120 just about. So yeah, you good there. You want to play frame rate. Frame rate over resolution. When people talk about graphics, this is just a random little quick rant. You have graphics and resolution. Graphics, like the look of Kingdom Hearts 3 looks fine. Like just looking at this shore when I first started, this looks amazing. Graphics-wise, it looks great. Graphic fidelity, 1080p ain't bad. 4K, you can't really see all of 4K. You can see a noticeable difference, don't get me wrong. If you play on Xbox One X games, on a nice 4K TV, a good high-range 4K TV, a good mid-range, you'll see a huge difference. But you don't see full 4K unless you literally up on the screen. So playing in 1080p, I like games that give you that. Kingdom Hearts is roundabout because, you know, PlayStation itself will tell you, hey, if you turn this to 1080p, certain games you can be frame. You know, so you do that, and then you got boost mode. So you want 60 frames, 1080. That's what you want. Now the next gen consoles, those like the Xbox One X is already a mini beast, and Microsoft only did that just to prove a point because they don't have the games. Like the X is a magnificent system. I would have an X, but they don't have any games for me. It's just that simple. The stuff that they do have, I can play on PC through their own initiative. You know, Cuphead, Gears, Halo. All of that stuff, because I got a 360. I love my 360, but there's no reason to get a one, because all of their stuff is on PC, except for probably a few games they holding back. I don't think Halo 6 is PC. Or Halo 5.
Yeah.
Or any other Halo. I think that's one thing on Xbox.
Here we go.
You know, my points, because I just wanted to just make a dive bomb. What's going on with that fire?
Yeah, back at you. Yeah.
Because it's still, I love the game. I can't say I don't love it. You know, it's okay to hard.
Got him.
And like after I beat it, then I can have my whole on how the story is.
Yeah. 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 So long.
We waited so long. Got it. And right now, it's like the story still has its Kingdom Hearts moments. One little random cutscene I hate is in Corona. It doesn't have nothing to do with the Kingdom Hearts story. It's just you go in the Tangled world and it's like, oh, yo, they disappeared down this path. Big ass hole right behind them. That was a poorly done cutscene. I don't know what happened there, but that's just random, right? But so far, I've been loving the game as a whole. So after I get done with it, it's still up there. You know, it's gotten a 9 for a reason. It's fun. It's vibrant. Even if you never played Kingdom Hearts, I mean, starting on 3 for gameplay, yeah, you know the story, you ain't gonna know what's going on. You can watch the little movie archive, those are okay.
Got him.
You know, Kingdom Hearts 3 don't give a fuck if you ain't played it outside of the memory archive, and that kind of sum up 30-hour RPG and whatnot. They RPG 5-minute bits. That ain't gonna Kingdom Hearts got 2 it'll be just one thing is just games, but you got them over there. You know, you got feedback customers, all that. But yeah, because I got a lot of things I plan to do making this, you know, because after I beat this, I can have a series retrospective, because we were at the end of an era. You know, this is the end of the Dark Seeker saga, possibly the whole franchise, you know, possibly. I haven't beat it yet, but, you know, Nomura has said it's going to go on, but like I say, I haven't beat it as of this video. It's the 14th, so after I beat it, I have a definitive on that. But I truly believe it's going to go on, just because as long as stuff make money, it's going to go on.
There.
And again, I love this RPG. The design of the first one on Kingdom Hearts was always been my favorite. The effects on this power, even though you don't wield two Keyblades, this form is better than Final Form on 2. You know, I can say that.
There.
Look at that. Got all of this power. And you know, I talk about not being able to get the ultimate weapon to the end of the game, but it's like you see all that power there. No other Keyblade can do that. The second, you got a few other more in-game Keyblades on here that can obliterate, but not that fast. Because you got the one from the Classic Kingdom, Ratatouille's Keyblade. The Starlight Keyblade, like I say, if you get that at the beginning, that'll be the best Keyblade to use the ultimate weapon. But yeah, you know, Starlight, Classic Kingdom, and Ratatouille's Blade, and Pirates of the Caribbean, and the finishers and Ever After. You know. But, like I say, the designs of Keyblades, you know, I like the Shooting Star, I like Starlight, I like Ultimate Weapon. I like the look of the Pirates of the Caribbean one. I just wish it wasn't as wacky. Like, had they pulled it back some and made it a little more serious. Like, one of the best Disney World Keyblades is in Kingdom Hearts 1. The one you get from Jack's Farm, and that one is that pumpkin head. It's so clean, because it looked like its own form of a blizzard anyway. But Pumpkinhead, it's like a serious Keyblade. You had that out cutscene. It was still, you know, a blade for that world. Because my favorite regular Keyblade on Kingdom Hearts 1, the original Kingdom Hearts 1, and well, even the remix, because you get it at a later point with Lady Blade. That Keyblade, because it break balance Keyblade after your second house. You can get that on there. That was the one, especially on the original game where you didn't have one-wing angel and all of that. So, but yeah, the remix One-Wing Angel, the aesthetics of that blade is clean when you swinging in battle, bruh. Oh. Like, all the weapons on Kingdom Hearts 1, they swing animations, because you get different little blur effects. The ultimate weapon had the most blur in the stars. With that One-Wing Angel, that boy
better get ready.
Because it's basically a Keyblade Katana. That boy is slick. You know. The little ice Keyblade you get from fighting the Ice Titan, that one cool. Pun intended. But, oh yeah, when I make my little Keyblade video. And sure, there's millions of them on YouTube, but I just want to go through every series. Each one got some unique and it's nice. Like I say, Dave's got some nice little Keyblades that I like. Maybe one day we'll like if they were to redo Days, like I say, I don't want that whole little experience. For people who play Days, you know, you can't play that in one system. You'll die for it. Like, people might say, watching me grind to 99 for an hour is boring, but this is actually not bad. I like the flashiness and everything, and it's just, I'm talking right now. But if you actually wanted to play a game, like when you playing something like this with story or God of War, and you trying to move forward, the gameplay is engaging enough with the story. Kingdom Hearts, Days, you do so much miscellaneous shit. Go fight X amount of Heartless here. Go fight X amount of Heartless there. Go catch this annoying ass Heartless in Wonderland. Everybody knows that bitch ass Heartless. Fuck that Heartless. Anyway, yeah, go catch that bitch ass Heartless in Wonderland and shit. So, ain't nobody got time for that. It's like, but there's good elements from Days that need to just stay in Days, like the whole little Tetris keyboard leveling up system, because you know you can augment your keyblades to specialize in aerial combos, ground combos, a mix in between. All of that is fun. And that whole little system and like playing with rocks is like that's the most challenging because you don't just mash X on that. How the game is structured, you have to fight. Like, even in game, certain Heartless, like the Neo Heartless, if you're not trying to fight them for real, they will kill you. Like getting beat up by Grand Theft Auto Infinite. But they will kill you on there because if you try to go in that Kingdom Hearts thing, you gonna mash X. Nah. It rarely works for the early battles and whatnot. So. Basically, like that one has the most challenging combat, it's the most rewarding to figure that out. Because Chains got, especially the original Game Boy Advance version, they got good combat until you figure it out. And if you already good at card games, and once you figure out, oh, I used Jafar and do this, or and I got Sonic Blade, it's a wrap. Because regular enemies, they can't do nothing to you. Only bosses. And then all the bosses, you know, it's like, bro, you don't want these problems when I put on Jafar and hit you with Ars Arcanum, and you ain't got no Zero.
I'd better get ready.
As a matter of fact, no, I don't even think they can break them with Zero because Jafar make your cars unbreakable, but, you know, and then Dream Drop got a nice little thing, but Flow Motion just blows Dream Drop out the water because you can just flow motion with me, move it, flow motion with me, you know. So, because Dream Drop, otherwise, until you got to a certain point, would have been fairly challenging. You can flow motion on bosses. It's like, oh, you know, I ain't doing enough damage with my Keyblade, my magic yet. Flow motion with me, flow motion with me. And so, because on Kingdom Hearts 3 here, flow motion, sure, I can do Blizzard and skate along and jump off, but it's on Dream Drop, if you play the 3DS version or the PS4 version, you'll realize that you can actually aim your flow motion. It was 100% accurate. You can dip in on a horde of enemies, you can drill one enemy, you can do the little pole spins on enemies, and they do that. And you just did that by hitting the dodge button on the wall. And people might say it's clunky, but once you get used to it, it's smooth. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, because I ain't never trying to dodge when I'm rolling. I'm trying to get to a slow motion point to bounce off and slow motion with me, slow motion with me, slow motion with me. Okay, this is just me talking about stuff. See, I got 2 viewers here. This video will be up on YouTube if y'all would care to watch it. I was just going over the whole series, how I feel about it to this point. Being one of the people who's been playing it since he was 11 years old, since 2002. You know, just filling in my 2 little viewers there. But anyway, yeah, and so just for y'all to know if y'all was interested in playing this, so there's 2 ways to get to 99. This is the way before you beat the game, and there's a way after you beat it. But this takes practically the same amount of time, and you know, you can get to 99 beforehand just to feel more complete. That's how my OCD work. It's like, sure, I could beat the game and go to Hercules' little battle gate, but I can grind right here, because this fight give you 11,000 per fight, and these fights probably been taking a little longer than they should, because I ain't just mashing triangle every time I'm supposed to. But, you know, basically mash triangle, I have to obliterate these people. There! Another section of spawn. And then all you just hit triangle on them, and then they stop attacking.
Here we go!
And this will be under a minute right here. I just got a minute that I finished this whole. That's the quick way to do it. I don't even been doing it that quick because I just been speaking on the series as a whole. But yeah, just if y'all want to see that real quick, just boom. And well, if you had an ultimate weapon, it'll be quick, because you can get the ultimate weapon as soon as you get to the final world. Provided you've done all the mini games, because in order to get the ultimate weapon, you have to get the high scores in the Flandel games. You have to do all the mini games. So the little Toy Story video game, the Ice Sled, and Frozen. You know, all of the little mini games. So. And then you got to get that. Even if you done all that, you got to get the best miraculous stuff. Wanted to get the little prize box in Twilight Town. Now, if you got a couple of prize cards, it's random, so you can just keep dropping them in there and just reload until you get it. So, say if I did it with 2 prize cards, and it only took me 2 prizes, I guess because I'm extremely lucky. But yeah, I went there with suit. I put them in there. They gave me suit and shard, blaze and shard. I reloaded. They gave me a Raccoon Plus, just like that. So.
Try this!
And then if you get all that, you can have the ultimate weapon before this point. You can have it in your cutscenes. I've been had down on YouTube stuff, so while I'm sitting there holding the Toy Story Keyblade, they hold Save the King and Save the King Plus. Which actually, those weapons are the coldest looking on here. Because I like them in the first one. They cool in the second game. This game, they look clean.
It's over!
So meanwhile, so you know, people who've already been here, you get here and everybody lining up with all they cold ass keyblades. You got Vin, you got Aqua, you got Kyrie, you got Lee, you got Riku. Mickey's Keyblade is whatever for this game. If it was the golden one, it'd be up there. But anyway, his Keyblade better than favorite deputy, and then Donald and Goofy will to Save the King plus Save the Queen plus, and but then you get that cutscene.
Better get ready.
I come back with my ultimate weapon. I say yes, sir. And then when the homie come up, the Kingdom Hearts 2 homie, y'all know who I'm talking about. And I'm just standing there in the cutscene with my ultimate weapon, like, you don't want these problems, bro. I ain't living no more, Craig, because the ultimate weapon don't play that shit. You know what? I've been saying, I don't know, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimate has been my favorite, but just looking at this footage, I swear it's trying to sneak you. It's trying to sneak you. It's like, oh, Kingdom Hearts 1 way better than me? And like, move-wise, nah, because this actually, like, this ultimate weapons form feels Final Form. I can't say that. You know, I can just start swinging much faster. This is me swinging. This is before I just hit this to kill everybody. Yes, sir. This the best grinding spot. Forget that Hercules level. I'm at the hour and 20-minute mark. So I originally started, like, let me go to my save point real quick to show you, because I came to this world on 52. I can tell you that off rip. I still probably should have that save beforehand. So this 51 save, I got that there for some purposes. But anyway, after San Francisco, I basically came to the Keyblade Graveyard, you know. I was on 52, but you know, I only got the save from 54. But fine, let's say I was on 54. And that's at 7431. I'm at, right now, 77. And that's watching cutscenes and everything, by the way, because I hadn't beat this yet. So, this little 7431 probably been less than that, because the cutscenes, I'd have to measure out the time. But I want to say the cutscenes when you get here take about like, and then that very first fight, so that's probably like an hour in there. That's extra. But anyway, yeah, this grind spot right here, I'm already at 97. Y'all about to watch my trophy pop. So y'all two viewers, thank y'all for watching and whatnot. Y'all appreciate it. But yeah, this is, and I'm just enjoying the whole game. Like, I've been playing this slow. If you check my trophies, you'll see I beat a world a day. It's been a while where I wasn't like 2 days. And my OCD is funny, because I had the game on 28. I installed it, but I just couldn't play it until I platinum green. So I had to finish that up first. As soon as I do it, I jumped up to the bottom. Every Kingdom Hearts that can be platinum. And then 0.2 is 100%, because I was ambitious. One thing I want to say, well, I haven't fought the final boss or super boss yet, but like that Phantom Aqua fight on 0.2, that's a good ass fight. That's a good fight. Like the bonus one. And I'm surprised you don't have too much like that. Like, they've improved their boss fighting design from previous Kingdom Hearts, but again, if you're a veteran and you know how to cheese the game, and not even trying to cheese it, because what I do on every game, I like to, any JRPG, this is just a tip, especially for my two viewers. You see this level 10 file? That's my new game file. In Hercules world, 5 hours, just grinding level 10 before I did anything else. And, putting yourself on level 10, that sets you up, even if you're on the highest difficulty on the JRPG that allow it, you give yourself leeway. I'd say you want level 20 on like Shin Megami Tensei, or level 15, but because I did like level 12 on there, because the grinding on Shin Megami Tensei 3 in the early game, oh my goodness, it's uniquely boring because you're in that hospital. But yeah, that's my little new game file right there, and I keep that. So if I wanted the new game plus, it's basically because I haven't left out of Hercules world. All of that is because you start in Hercules world. I haven't got the gummy ship, the gummy phone, nothing. That's a new game file. So yeah, I just train up to 10, and once you do that, like the first set of bosses, I'll say this: had I not trained up to 10, they might have killed me. Might have. But since I was already on 10, they couldn't do nothing. So, being a JRPG vet and being a Kingdom Hearts vet, it's like I can still do the combat. But if you don't level up to 10 and you haven't really been playing JRPGs, like the bosses will give you a run for your money, But if you're a veteran, there's some good concepts, like fighting the little Toy Story boss or the boss in Rome. It's like, They give you little glimpses. It's like y'all tried something here, but at the end they just
Get back at you.
Yeah, Titans and Hercules world. It's like fighting them while they can move is cool because you know you fight them on the first game. The Ice Titan and the Fire Titan. You know. The Ice Titan on the first game, he a challenge because you have to know how to fight him, and then once you know how, it's just a little grind to deflect him on down. And then that's for the Rock Titan on Kingdom Hearts 1. He can't do that. All you gotta do is just knock him down, get on his head, fuck him up. So he literally can't fight you unless you stand stupid. Then he'll kill you. If you knock him off his feet, jump on his head, do 2 R's, arcane, with all the weapons, you can just no damage. It's just like, whoa.
Take this.
Yeah, so like I said, I've been putting together thoughts, and this has been an hour and 25 minutes of me just talking about my favorites, one of my favorite franchises. I need to do this for other games, like Mass Effect up until 3, because I knew Andromeda was going to be trash before it came out, because I was following the game, everybody was leaving. I say, everybody left. I say, y'all ain't got nobody. But that's another story. Anyway, because I'm basically about to end this video, so once I hit 99, to my 2 viewers, I thank y'all. But as for anybody else, leave some comments, because I can go in depth about several games sometimes, like all the games I done platinum on PS4 for starters. My gamer tag is the hard, well, my PSN ID is the hard. Gamer tag as well. I have 2 gamer tags because they banned my Daharvmasta on Xbox. Even on that game, I got 44,000 games. But I'm also Daharvmasta 7, but I haven't been on Xbox since I got my PS4. When that was in 2020. That's not to say I won't go back at some point. That animation for transforming the second one for ultimate weapon is
it's over.
And that finished animation. It's just so fun. Oh yeah, I think I've already touched on why a grown ass man to be playing a game for kids. It's like, if you got into Kingdom Hearts on the ground level, because there was the naysayers, but it was great for me, because that first game has a lot of nostalgia. It was like, I'm 11. I love Disney. I love Final Fantasy. And, you know, they got all my top Disney movies. I'm like, I get to chill with the homie Aladdin, the bitch Jasmine? Nigga. Oh, I get to chill with the girl Ariel? Nigga. You know, and it's like I seen every movie in the first game except for Neverland and Nightmare Before Christmas. But you know, I just seen Tarzan, because Tarzan came out like 99, 2000, and I love Tarzan. And it was like, cool, I get to go there. You know, I get to go to Alice in Wonderland, and I've seen that. You know, I understood enough of it. But yeah, it's like I get to go there. You know, I get to go holler at the boy Hercules. You know, I love Disney Hercules, but yeah, it's a lot of nostalgia factors for why people are hooked to it now. Because if you came in, it's like, cool, I get to play a well-crafted Square Enix game, but with the love Disney characters, you know, before you just get older and you learn some tools. But it's like, oh man. Kingdom Hearts 1, it's just like, oh shoot, I get to talk to the homie Cloud? I'm just going off on just like how people get attached, because it's like, I'm gonna make another video why you can't turn like people who ain't kids into Kingdom Hearts fans, because it's like you had to have been there. You had to have been there and experienced it anywhere from
get ready.
Like 8 to 15 in that range. 15 is cutting it. I really want to say 14, but if you just like Square Enix JRPGs, and by that time you should be playing like 10, and you give it a shot. The first game is nothing not to like, not to hate. It's nothing to really hate about the first game. Because the story was good, it was simple, it was to the point. It was some magic of just dude fighting with a giant key that unlocked it. You know, it was great. And, you know, chain of memories for people who knew about it. And then more importantly, Kingdom Hearts 2 is like, again, gameplay was superior. Like, they got rid of the touch system. And I got levels. Hour 30 minutes. But yeah, before I end it, like that tech system in Kingdom Hearts 1 was on point. They took it out in 2 to just go more combat oriented, but you know, the combat was so tight on there. The 2 Keyblades, Master Form being my favorite, because of course Final Form the most powerful, but Master Form, you still gotta fight, you know. And you could do it with the Keyblades, because Valor Form was cool, but you couldn't heal and use magic. Wisdom Form, you didn't fight, but Master Form, you had your magic, you had your 2 Keyblades. And so when I originally unlocked Final Form, before I end this video here, because I gotta go beat the game now, and I don't want to spoil anybody, and I just want to experience that for myself. But before I end it, I will say, you know, playing through like with all the forms, and when I first found Valor Form on original KH2, because you don't have to become one, you just transform, and I remember it like it was yesterday. You know that ascent with all the little honeycomb stairs, that's where I did it on Kingdom Hearts 2. I had just transformed, and you know, I'm used to getting anti-form, and I'm like, oh, whoa, Final Form, I'm like, oh, that was a brilliant way to unlock that form. Because you don't need it before the end of the game. You really don't. It's just like, no, you don't need that at all. But you just unlock it, and it's like, oh my goodness, that was brilliant. And you got your 2 floating Keyblades and all of this power. But prior to that, like, Master Form was the funnest form, because, you know, you think that's the best form. And, you know, back then I just leveled them up off chance. I didn't know you needed drive forms for one. I didn't know you needed... for the first 2, I was just killing enemies. I was ahead of the game without knowing I was ahead of the game, because I used Mickey's World back in the day, way before this was up on the internet. However, I was using it for Master Form too, and that's why that form took forever, because, you know, knowing now you need driving orbs for that form. And Final Form, only reason that I leveled up because I was leveling up in the world that never was, and you have to kill nobodies for Final Form. You know, so I was lucky enough to just stay in that final world. But yeah, before I end this, it was real amazing to just unlock those forms and everything, and the dual wielding Keyblades. That would have been nice to return. And I guess technically you wield 3 on here, you just can't wield them at the same time. Shout out to Royal Nose Zolo, One Piece for life. But on that, I'd like to thank anybody who watched this whole hour 33 minutes of me just talking about the game. I'm gonna have more content after I beat it, because I want to talk about the whole story, and that'll probably be more spoiler thing. But I'd like to thank my 2 viewers who stuck around for the better part of 30 minutes. And this has been the Daharvmasta of Masters, signing out. Peace.